Hello everyone, I'm out in Dorset today again and I've come to Charmouth Beach. I'm not actually there yet. I parked at Stone Barrow car park and I'm going to have a nice little half-an-hour walk down to the beach and hopefully find some cool fossils and go for a swim because the tide is out and the sea looks really beautiful and flat, so yeah, it should be a nice one. Oh my god, this is such a good view. Probably shouldn't be standing this close to the edge because the cliffs are probably quite unpredictable around here. Just spotted some mushrooms. That is a Meadow waxcap. That's an edible mushroom, but it's not really in an edible state, it's very soggy. But interesting to see them out in February. I guess the weather has been fairly mild. Oh my days, it's so muddy. I do not recommend that anyone comes here when it's been raining. It's so freaking slippery, I've nearly fallen over about 5 times. Ooh, there's some mushrooms in there. Let's have a quick investigation. Ow! This is an elder tree, and so we have some jelly ears. For those of you watching this confused, these are mushrooms, by the way. They are the jelly ear mushroom. They're not like the most tastiest mushroom in the world, but they are jiggly and fun, and they have a good medicinal value too. So you can go watch some of my mushroom foraging vlogs if you want to learn about them. I won't bore you. Ooh. These steps are doing absolute wonders for my knees. And there's a lot of them. It's hella windy up here. I'm sorry if anyone's listening to this with earphones on because it's going to blast your ears. But I'm just coming up over to Charmouth now. And Lyme Regis is just over there on that bit of land sticking out. But I'm not going to go that far. I'm just going to stay. I'm going to go down to Charmouth, turn left and go along the beach. Have a little look for some fossils and find a nice spot to get in the sea, hopefully. Just got down onto the beach. There's quite a few people here today actually for a Tuesday. Obviously all looking for fossils because Charmouth is known as one of the best places in the UK. I haven't found any fossils so far. I've just been picking up nice smooth pebbles and playing with them. I'm not going to lie, the sea does not look like swimming conditions. It doesn't look too bad on the camera, but the sea is definitely not in a good state for swimming in. You have to be really careful on this beach because any of this cliff could fall at any time. Every winter, normally a big slice falls off, and all this mud is slipping off and coming off in chunks. So you've got to have your wits about you and shouldn't really go too close up there. We've got some very faint outlines of some ammonites in this rock, but I still haven't spotted anything else yet. The tide's actually coming back in quite fast, so unfortunately I can't go for a dip, but I'm so hot and sweaty and my back is killing me from the rucksack, so I might just take a few thrashings from the waves to cool me down and wake me up, and then I'll have a proper look for some fossils. Just put my bags down and there's some little ammonites in the rocks here. A few more over here as well. But these are like more outlines rather than, like, you wouldn't be able to chip these ones out, I don't think. I don't know a lot about fossils, I just like looking for them. Yeah, there's no freaking way that I'm going swimming, or even for a dip. I'm just going to enjoy some cold water therapy. Some rough cold water therapy. getting ripped to shreds. I didn't bring my water shoes. Always bring water shoes to head on the beach. Ah, my toes. That was so prickly. That was so painful. If you sat on the floor for ages and just looked through like all the pebbles, you'd find loads of little fossils and bits, but a lot of people can't be asked to just sit in one place and look. I can't really stay in this spot because the sea is coming in quite far now, so I need to walk back. Oh my god, the sea is literally coming to get me right now. I'm like panic dressing myself. Gonna have to run. Oh my god, I'm knackered. So after my really brief, pathetic cold dip, I trawled along the beach looking for fossils for about an hour and didn't really find much, to be fair. I don't have any tools, so I can't like crack open any rocks. I just like to look for the little ones. I did find a couple of little ones, but they're not like complete. So I just went trinket scavenging. So basically I've just got a pocket full of little pebbles and bits of sea glass. But I'll probably polish them up one day and make something. Let me show you some of my trinkets. I just got a black coffee from the little shack down there on the beach. The beach is actually really nice down here, back towards Charmouth town. But the further you walked along to the left, it was really rough, so I couldn't get in the sea there. But it's quite flat out there now. But I'm not putting my wet swimming costume back on. So, right, here we are. This is the majority of what's in my pocket. I've still got a few more things in my pocket. I've got mushrooms in my pocket as well. They're like all mixed in with the pebbles. So the mushrooms are going to be really salty. That is the closest I got to finding a cool ammonite. So this is a little ammonite fossilised in pyrite, I think. I could have spent a lot longer looking, and I had the most luck finding little bits of fossils actually in the shoreline. I think that's what you call it, but where the water was just coming up and touching and rolling over the tiny little pebbles, that's where there was more bits and pieces. Depends what you have an eye for. Some people look for larger items. I prefer to look for the tiny weeny little things. There's quite a lot like this actually. I don't know if this is pyrite as well. It could be. But yeah, that's another ammonite, but it's not a very clean one. You can still see the spiral though, so still cool. And I just picked that up because I really like the texture of it. To make up for the lack of fossils, I have actually come across hundreds and hundreds of sea beet plants. And it's extremely common along cliff tops and just off the side of beach fronts along the coastline. I think it's generally nicer to eat more in the springtime, but each individual plant can produce nice leaves at different times, so it doesn't really matter. So I don't have any proper sunglasses because I lost all 3 pairs in summer, and literally my choice of sunglasses today was this. Mushroom glasses. Right, I'm slipping and sliding back to the car now, and on my way I'm going to grab another, so out of breath. I'm going to grab another type of wild vegetable, or it's more of a salad leaf really. Show you that in just a minute when I get there. So these are the steps that go back towards the car park along the southwest coast path, and this is where all the pennywort is growing. There's so much, it goes all the way along this hedgerow. So it's a really succulent type of leaf and it goes really well in salads. They have a few different names, so there's pennywort, and navelwort is probably the most suiting because it looks like a little belly button in the middle. So yeah, it's actually a really delicious leaf, really succulent. I said that, didn't I? I'll say it again. It's really succulent, in case you didn't know. Lovely and crunchy. And to me, they do taste a bit like peas. Other people will say that as well. Some people don't agree so much. How about I try one now and tell you firsthand what it tastes like. Hopefully nothing's pissed on these. They're quite high up, so I think they should be all right, actually. Such a cute little leaf. So the stem and the leaf is crunchy and succulent. Cheers! Yep, they still taste like peas. It's more like the flavour of the pea shoots, and it's quite strong, in my opinion. Yeah, it's really nice. So today's glorious bounty was a handful of nice crunchy salad leaves and a pocketful of jelly ear mushrooms and a few trinkets. I need to find some swimming spots that don't involve the sea, because the sea is really unpredictable. And sometimes I get all the way to the beach thinking it's good conditions and a good day, and then it's too rough, like today. But now it's beautiful when I'm heading back to the car. Next dip I think will be a river dip, because I know of a stretch of nice river out in the forest. It's just finding a nice quiet spot and a nice day when there isn't loads of dog walkers going past and watching. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the views. Thanks for watching. Bye bye!